Hi, this is a tutorial for the SudBuster makeup. I already put some colors onto a palette from the Benlight color wheel. This is a gray, sort of a burgundy and blue, and a black in reverse order. Anyhow, I will start with the eyes, and for that I'm going to use a flatter brush, sort of like this oval shape, filbert brush. And starting closer to the eyelashes, I'm leading the color outward toward the forehead and away from the center of the eyes. I'm ignoring the eyebrow as a structure on the face. With other words, I just sort of paint over it. And I'm not doing sort of like a star shape, but you see how some lines come out a bit more than some other lines. So that's sort of on purpose, of course. Something like that. Okay, other side. Okay, so this is a good time to sort of stop the eye application and start with the foundation. I'm using again the lighter color, so I will put it on the palette. A couple of drops. Use a sponge. And for now, I am stepping the foundation, the outer edge of the fade out of the eye makeup. Well, obviously he's gonna have a beard, so don't put makeup under the beard. The makeup should stop just around the edge of the beard. But obviously I don't have a beard. I'm going to check what's happening between. Okay, so I had my brush, the darker brush for the dark around the eyes. My blending is not very good, but I don't really see without my glasses very well. So if you see inaccuracy on the blending, please ignore it and correct it. So make sure the blending is good. So anyhow, I had this brush, and I'm going to take a very similar shape brush and run out of the foundation, but sort of do those lines meet. I'm using a brush now around the darker colors, Okay, well, here we go. We'll see what we see. And you can also use from this direction. Now also watch how I am shifting the direction of the brush. I'm mostly using the flat part on the outside, and I just noticed that when it's skinnier lines, you of course use a side. Check. Okay, so there we go. I'm using a fatter brush, sort of the two to come together. I absolutely believe, I know there are a million ways to do one thing. I sort of thought this might be a good direction, but some people might feel better with fingers, using just fingers or sponges, and why not? So I do the other side. I'm going back with a dark brush now. I feel like the dark can go closer to the eyes. This is a cream makeup, which means it melts pretty easily, pretty quickly. Uh, you will put powder on it and a sealer, the Ben Nye Final Seal, and that will keep it in place. Again, please keep it in mind that I don't really see too well anymore without my glasses, so if the blending is not good, it's more by mistake rather than on purpose, and correct it, please. But you know, you sort of get the idea of this layering look. You can see a bit of a burgundish color, darker color, and take the powder, which is a clear setting powder. I'm putting a bit out on my palette. Take a fluffier brush that can pick up lots of powder. See if I do it. See, there's lots of powder in it. And definitely work it in. Okay. Of course, the whole makeup will be set with powder, but the eyes, because you blink, tend to melt a bit faster than the other part of the face. Now I have a bit of a white look from the powder, but that's fine. Uh, it will usually absorb in just fine, but you can also take a brush and take off the excess. Make sure you have enough powder on first by touching. See, if I'm touching it, it doesn't come off. So the two combined well together. And when the whole makeup is completed, you will spray it with the Blend My Finals. And SudBuster also has lips that go outside of the natural lip line. For that, I am going to use again the Blend My Color Wheel, and with a spatula take out a red color onto the palette. Sometimes these symmetric things could be a bit tricky, you know, to make sure that, you know, the lips go even on either side. So you can sort of find anatomies of your face, like maybe the point of the eyebrow or the edge of the eyes or the pupils. So at some point you sort of see, or I don't know, maybe you can use anything else to measure. So I'm going to try to make it a line. Okay. And not from all the way here. Sometimes I actually quite like to make a mistake on a tutorial, because mistakes always happen, and that's what we always have to fix. So for example, you see that the line went over here. I have a makeup remover, which is a micellar water, and a Q-tip. So I'm just pulling the skin a bit tighter, and see, I was just twisting the Q-tip as I was lining it as well, and that was how I fixed it. I'm just gonna fill that in a bit more. So you can tell that this is quite uneven. It's not on purpose, it's by mistake. These are the reasons that why we need to practice and find a perfect direction. So now I'm discovering my face that here there's a bit of a line that could have you, like on this side, it goes right in that line, right? See? And it's just under here. I don't know if you can see this highlight going lower. So when you apply these lips, try to use this kind of things on the face, have him move his face and see how you can try to make it even. So for application, I think you can leave it for now, but that's pick once, or just, adjust one side or another. You know how to fix it. I think, let me just make sure that this is, yeah, and then we also do the dirt on this look. So there is the liquid alcohol. I mean, no alcohol. This is dirt that works. I'm rushing because at first we have to seal it. So the whole look will be sealed with powder. And it's a clear powder, just like on the eyelid, but now we put it on the whole face and of course on the lips as well. There's 2 eBay palettes. It's a possibility that you might prefer to use an alcohol palette for the lips as well. I think the cream that we just used now is easier because you have to fix it. You can easily fix it, but it may be melting up the way, but with the powder sealing and the Van Nice seal, it's fine. So I'm touching it to see if it's dry, and see I'm touching it. Well, on my lips it wasn't dry. Okay, dry now, perfect. Okay, so this, but better. Okay, and the dirt. So I already put the dirt on my palette. I'm taking a big brush. And see, just sort of, it looks so easy. When I was learning dirt work, my boss was wanting to fly somebody in from Hollywood because it's so difficult. He said, well, it's not that difficult, but it's a bit nuanced. So be sure you do it. And of course I take my glasses off, but don't forget the eyes. Although he has, yeah, hold on, he has the beard. So the dirt will be mostly here. And I'm not gonna do it now. I did on a different tutorial that on the hands, you can put it in the hands, the dirt makeup, and just like you were washing your hands and let it dry. So usually it's a painting technique, and I have a little bit left over from before, and that would be it. And then of course he gets also the beard and the paw. Okay, to remove it you can use a hot towel or face wipes. Bye.